Thank you so much for watching my channel today. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and like, it really helps me out. So today's video is about 10-meter canter circles, and these show up first at second level. A few weeks ago I asked people on Amelia's Dressage Club, which if you're not yet a member, check out the link below and join us on Facebook. But I had people submit videos of their riding if there was anything specific they were having trouble with. And Sue reached out to me because she was having trouble with her 10-meter circles at the canter. So let me read to you quickly what she said. Hi Amelia, first of all, thank you for your extremely helpful goal setting workshop. I will link that below too if you want to check it out. I'm energized and excited about my goals for the year. So yes, check in with your goals, make sure you're making progress. So to help out with my first goal, I'm submitting this video clip, a bit of background. I will be 67 this year, and this is my 6th year riding, a latecomer. That's awesome. We have a lot of latecomers in this group, and that's one cool thing about dressage is that you're never too old to learn and get better. So I part board this wonderful, sweet guy, Domino, who will be 20. He's a former jumper. He's sound and very happy. And yes, you'll see on the video, he looks like just a really good guy, a great guy to learn on. So a wonderful horse for Sue to get into riding with. So my issue, Domino is, and from his owner always has been, a low energy, laid back guy who will give me as much as you ask, and you have to keep asking. Presently, I'm working on being able to canter 10-meter circles. As I work to correct my position, seat, shoulders, hands, he will use any change as an opportunity to transition downward. Any feedback from you about what I can be doing to encourage him and what you see that is hindering him being forward would be appreciated. I have a very supportive coach who you'll hear in the video who has encouraged me to submit this and welcomes comments. Thank you for all you offer to those of us who are passionate about this sport. So thank you, Sue, for submitting this video. And yes, definitely, like you mentioned, he's a little bit lazy, a little laid back, which a lot of amateurs ride horses that are a little lazy, a little laid back. I'll link some videos below about riding lazy horses. In a way, it's good when your horse is a little lazy because it allows you to make mistakes, and their default is just to kind of slow down, as opposed to a hot, sensitive horse that when you make a mistake, they might, jump out of their skin or bolt or do something that's scary. So it is a challenge to ride a lazy horse, but it also allows you a little more leeway to learn and make mistakes. So let's get started and look at the video of Sue and her horse, and then I'm also going to splice in some videos of me riding 10-meter circles so we can kind of look and compare the two. So one thing about riding a 10-meter circle is that in order to be able to ride a 10-meter circle, your horse needs to bend in their body, and they need to have suppleness in their body in order to make that tighter turn, because a 10-meter circle is pretty tight turn. So if your horse is going around the 10-meter circle like a stick, then they're always going to be falling in on the inside shoulder and falling out with the outside hind leg. So it's really important to get the horse to bend in the body. And you'll notice with Sue's horse that he a little bit does that, where he kind of swings out with the haunches, falls in on the forehand. So a few things that I would recommend to Sue to fix this. One is to do some 10-meter circles at the trot, because it's a little easier at the trot where you can really work on that suppleness and getting him to bend a little bit better in the rib cage. Another thing that I noticed is that Sue's outside leg is too far forward on the 10-meter circle. So you need to have your outside leg behind the girth and your inside leg at the girth to create that bend in the horse's body. So if your outside leg is too far forward, then it's going to allow the haunches to swing out. And this is going to make it more difficult for the horse to do a 10-meter circle, and more likely that they're going to break out of the trot. So that's the first thing, is really think about the bend in the body and maybe work on that at the trot and the walk. That will help your canter 10-meter circles. Another thing that's really great is to look around, and Sue's instructor in this video was really telling her, look up, look ahead, look for your next touch point, and that's huge because that helps to get your body in the correct position. When you ride the 10-meter circle, you want your shoulders to be turning in the direction of the circle, And so by looking, it helps to get your shoulders turning properly in order to be able to ride the 10-meter circle. So good job to your instructor. I think that's really sound advice. One thing that I would add to this that I think is really helpful is when you ride a 10-meter circle, think about kind of making it into like a pentagon or a hexagon where you go turn straight, turn straight, turn straight. And often what happens is when you're trying to make this tight circle, it's like you're just pulling on the inside rein and turning, 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 and there's never a release. So think about doing like a little bitty turn, release, turn, release, turn, release. And that allows your horse a chance to get a relief when they turn, but it will also help to keep the energy in the horse so that the horse doesn't get so lazy and slow and want to break to the trot. So one other tip that I think will help Sue with her horse to get them to canter, in addition to getting the horse more in front of the leg, and like I said, I'll link some videos about lazy horses, is that the horse needs to be a little bit more uphill in the canter. And the reason for this is that when you can get the horse a little more sitting behind and up in the front, it makes the turn much easier. And I noticed with this horse, you know, he wants to go a little croup high, and then especially when he kind of breaks to the trot, he goes really like pulling down and on the forehand. So my recommendation for this I would do a lot of canter-trot, canter transitions and really work on getting the horse more uphill balanced. So I would do like canter-trot, canter-trot, canter-trot. This will get the horse more in front of the leg, but really focus in the downward transition, in the canter to trot transition, to keep the horse round and together and not allow the horse to go down and on the forehand. I think that will really help. So I hope you find this video helpful. And yeah, it's a good challenge to start working on your 10-meter circles because it challenges the collection, which is starting at second level. So get to work on your 10-meter circles. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. And thank you so much, Sue, for putting yourself out there and sending us this video. I know that can be scary, but keep up the good work. I think you're in a good place. You have a great horse. You have a great instructor. And for sure, you can learn a lot and make great progress. So thank you all for watching today, and I'll see you in the next video.